So today I'm going to show you a video that was actually made for my other channel, but there's a lot of new stuff in that video, a lot of new updates. I have a new partner, and the video is going to be all about the new direction that we're taking things. There's a lot of exciting things that are happening. So check this video out. The new channel is called Summits TV. Hello, welcome to Summits TV. We have a lot of exciting things that are going to happen. My name is Mike, and this is a new host over here, Ken. He's got some questions for me, and you're probably wondering why a channel that only has one video on it has 298,000 subscribers. Do you want to know why that is?
That's the question. Why? Why is
I'm going to let you hold the microphone, hold it about right there between us. Well, I started the channel and I uploaded my first video on Christmas Day of 2022. And back then it was called Mike, Filipino American, and then my name, Mike. And I made the mistake of doing a YouTube promotion. And so I was really excited about that because I would promote a video and then I'd look at my subscriber count, and then 2 minutes later I'd look at it again and the subscribers would go up by like 90. And I thought, wow, this is really going to be money well spent. Well, as it turned out, it's a great money maker for YouTube. But what ends up happening is you get a lot of subscribers that click on a video, on a promoted video, and then they might watch it for 3 or 4 seconds, click off of it, and then never come back to your channel again. And when you have a lot of subscribers, right now that there is 298,000, when you have a lot of subscribers, but not much in the way of views, it's not good for the algorithm. So this guy over here is really, really tech savvy.
Kinda.
No, you are. Well, so he's going to help resurrect the channel. So I understand you have some questions for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I have some questions for you. Well, I grew up in a very tech exposed generation. So most of my people at my age are really, grew up with phones or at least the internet.
You're a little bit more millennial than I am.
Yeah, they're Gen Z or a lot of like that kind of bracket of generation. But yeah, so the goal of this video, or at least this channel, is to revive it. 300,000 subscribers. But we did a lot of research. It's like basically starting from scratch, right? It's like starting over again. So I have a few questions to basically document the whole thing. Like, how did we get here? So my first question, I have some few questions already prepared here for Mike. First up is, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel in the first place?
Well, I knew I was going to retire to the Philippines. And the initial goal was I wasn't going to use all of this lighting and all of this equipment and teleprompters. There's a lot of equipment that is wrapped up into this. It was at first just going to be an iPhone. And I just wanted to have something to do that was going to keep me busy. Then I did a little bit more research. I did some research I Googled the YouTubers that are making the most money, and I pulled up Mr. Beast. And I know how much he was making and some of the other ones. And I thought, well, I want a slice of that, just a sliver of that pie. I want to make some money. So long and the short of it is, this channel did eventually get monetized. And then Now I've got a second channel called A Retired Truck Driver in the Philippines. This channel, the Summits TV, that used to be called Philam Mike, took about 22 months to get monetized. And the second channel, A Retired Truck Driver in the Philippines, only took about 2.5 months, because I had one video that, I mean, I wouldn't say it went viral, but it certainly way outperformed all of my other videos without promoting it, and got 147,000 views. And it was how to, or can Americans collect their Social Security benefits while they're living in the Philippines? Because a lot of people that want to come here and retire for a lower cost of living don't know the answer to that question. So that was one of the videos that really provided some value, and was something that was, I guess, was in high demand. And I already had known the answer to that question.
That's why that one video brought, like what you said, that you mentioned earlier, the first channel took 22 months. The other channel only took 2.5 months to get monetized.
Yeah.
It's like organic way. No boosting.
Or organic growth, and allowing it to, which is just allowing a channel to grow naturally.
Yeah, by solving people's questions. That's good. By solving people's questions.
Well, at least on that video. Then there were some other videos that 3,000 or 4,000 views. So I lately I've been getting views where they're a few hundred. So,
well, I think we're gonna go back into that again, answering people's questions. Now, did you, at your age, how old are you, Mike?
I'll be 64 in June.
So
I don't look a day over 63.
All right, at the age of 30, I mean, just kidding. At the age of 64, Mike, most people aren't thinking about becoming YouTubers. Actually, what motivated you to try it?
Money was the motivating factor, but I've always enjoyed researching things, and but also learning technical things, and computer stuff. And a lot of it is self-taught. If there's something that I don't know how to do it, you can just type in on the field in YouTube, and you can find tons of channels out there that help you with technical issues, isn't that a direction that we're going to go with this channel?
Exactly. Solving people's problems could be technical ones, could be, general ones, but really solving people's problems in one way or another. And of course, the goal of Summits is to not only have us talking about stuff or value, but also other people, who don't have platforms themselves, but bring a lot of things into the table. People who are camera shy, but yet when you're talking to them, it's like talking to a professor or an expert of a field. And that's something that I would like for people to hear more. Like, for example, in your case, like, you have a lot of experience in the States, you have a lot of experience starting a channel. So that's something I would love other people to hear as well. So that's the goal of Summits, is to bring solutions that people don't know they have for other people. So the third question for you, Mike, is this. Now, this is more towards the video creation part. As a content creator, Mike, at the age of 64, did you have any experience with video creation before starting?
Yes. Back in 2003, just as a hobby, going on vacations and things like that. And I wanted to learn how to do video editing. Now, the programs back then were not even close to being as advanced as they're now.
With AI and stuff.
Yeah, and picture-in-picture and chroma key and all of that stuff was, I think it was being developed. You didn't have YouTube yet. It didn't start until 2005, and then they started the partnership program in 2008. Well, this is 2003, back in the caveman days.
Caveman days. It's actually the year around you when I was born.
That was the year
I was born.
now I know I'm old. But what had to, you didn't have streaming back then. It had to burn onto a DVD. You know, and now nobody does that anymore. Same thing with back then we had CDs. If you wanted to buy your music, you had to go to a store, and now you can just download it onto your mobile device.
Just a few taps away, one video.
Bluetooth, and then you got headphones, and that's how things are done these days.
It's fast,
So
convenient.
For me, being an old guy like me, I have to adapt. Otherwise, I'm gonna be left behind.
Well, we're here now, so that means you're adapting pretty well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you have a beautiful setup right here, 3 cameras and a good lighting and a backdrop. And well, not bad, not too bad for a 6.
And I'm here in the Philippines, where there's so much technology here.
Yeah.
And people like yourself, that this is a great place for if you really want to delve into the technology, whether it's a YouTube channel or
Content creation, basically.
anything.
Yeah. In the Philippines, I think we are ranked one highest in the social media traffic. We bring a lot of traffic in Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, a lot of people in the Philippines use a lot of technology, particularly social media. Now, what were your initial goals for your channel? Starting out,
After I decided I wanted to make money.
Yeah, after you decided, this is where money is, I'm gonna do it. So what was like your initial goal? Like, what was like your first steps in going into content creation?
Well, I just knew that that I wanted the income to eclipse what my retirement income is.
Eclipse. Ooh.
Yes, to go above that. There were a lot of different directions that I wanted to take my channel. I wanted to do some philanthropy, go out to squatter neighborhoods and videotape going out there and helping people like that. And then also it'd be a video that would be watched by a lot of people. So I wanted to do philanthropy. I wanted to take a percentage of my YouTube income and devote it to philanthropy. And I also eventually, and you already know this, want to build a YouTube studio, probably around 100 square meters, where we can do podcasts, collaborations with other YouTubers. One of the criticisms that I have about some of the YouTubers here in the Philippines is they look at other YouTubers as their competitors. So they don't want to help a channel like this one that is just getting started out, basically. And I just think that life is too short to be like that. If this channel really takes off and gets really big and is making a lot of money, I want to help other YouTubers. But there's a caveat to that.
Okay.
If it's a channel where they have no interest in improving in any way, like if it's just a woman in a kitchen and all she does is videotape herself, or she does live streams showing her doing her daily chores, cooking, she's just doing laundry or something, and that's all she wants to do. There's got to be some effort to, let's improve, let's branch out into, like the philanthropy, or creating short films and hiring some actors.
It's like
Yeah,
a direction.
I want to find YouTubers that are going to want to improve in some way.
Well, that's a goal studio. Yeah.
Well, that's
So me and Mike have been talking about this, creating a studio of some sort. We can't spoil it yet. Or what is it gonna be? Where is it gonna be located? But the
but
vision,
you don't know yet.
because we don't know it yet, because us ourselves are also figuring it out. But the vision is there, like what Mike mentioned, is to create a studio where many people could also do their videos, and also their basic freelancers could be there, doing their shoots, finding their clients. It's like creating a community of some sort, where it's like a hub for creators of all sizes, small and big. So those who are big could help the small ones, and those who are small ones could find a community where they could create and at the same time be supported, because it's hard out here creating videos, right, Mike?
It is.
It is hard. So
And unfortunately, there's channels out there that all they do is bash other channels.
Ooh.
And it's just like one channel makes a video and they're bashing the other one, and then the other one watches that video and then they retaliate, and then it's this back and forth, and it's just like, you know what? If somebody wants to bash me, or if they want to bash Ken, just let them. You can't stop them from doing that. Let's just not focus on the negativity and be positive and try to make a difference here in the Philippines that's going to help people, and let's just move forward.
yeah,
People
kind of use that in a way for them to gain traffic. People use beefs, arguments online. They actually kind of use it to draw drama, to draw people to watch your videos. So that is a strategy a lot of big YouTubers use, and small content creators are using that as well. But in the long run, that kind of creates some sort of like impression to the audience. Oh, this guy loves drama. This guy loves this kind of stuff, which they could have used for something else. But people have their own agendas, particularly empowered by money, because a lot of views also equates to a lot of money. So yeah, but like what you mentioned, that could have that energy, that effort could have been put into somewhere that could help people.
Well, I know that when I watch channels like that and I see those videos, I get to the point where I'm just saying, this is getting so old. Like, come on, let's just move on.
Yeah. Let's do something where you can help people, a community, a stranger, a kid, the younger generation, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you are in life. If you are a teenager or a young adult who's hungry to earn a lot of money, so people do all means just to earn views, or it could be in like at your age, like you have retirement money and stuff, and you just want to help people. So YouTube is the kind of platform where you get to see diverse content. But as a content creator, when you first started posting, what was the hardest part to figure out? Thumbnails, content, scripts, lighting. What do you?
Well, I remember my first video. I thought, oh, once this video gets uploaded, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to see it. And so I was very nervous. And you don't seem nervous, but then you've done content creation on other,
Well, like now, in a way.
I thought you'd done like some TikTok or something.
Yeah, I did before, but I think I did more of like real life kind of exposure. Talking in front of people, and a lot of people, hosting events. So when I'm in front of a camera, I just imagine it as like one guy or one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then as it turned out, that first video didn't get very many views anyway. But I was really nervous, and that was on this channel that we're on now, because I did quit uploading on this channel and then switched over to the
second one.
retired truck driver in the Philippines because it was actually performing better with only 3,700 subscribers as opposed to the 298,000 that we have on this one. So I just kind of went with what was working, at the time.
So how did you overcome that nervousness? Because I think you didn't mention any gear, you didn't mention any equipment. You mentioned it was more of like a mental thing.
Well, I forget the name of the channel. It was in, he's in Australia. And what he said is that if you're talking to the camera and you're trying to find the words, and sometimes the words just don't come to me, he said, get a teleprompter. There's one right over here. Get a teleprompter, put an iPad on there, and then the camera shoots through the words, but the camera can't see the words. But I can, and they're scrolling up the screen. And so all I need to do is say what's on the screen. And that took a little bit of practice because I needed to learn how to read what's on the screen, but sound like I'm actually just talking. And what I would have to do is do some practice runs, read what was on the screen without the cameras rolling. And then once I got the inflections in my voice correctly, and then I could go ahead and shoot it. And sometimes I'd have to do it over, but at least I had practiced it ahead of time. So that was probably what really helped me a lot in the beginning.
So a way for you to overcome that nervousness is to find an area where you can be good at, right? For example, why we are nervous in the first place is because we don't know what to do with ourselves in front of the camera. But if you find those, a mentality or a practice to make that nervousness go away. For example, before going into stages, what I do is blow my thumb like this, really hard. I don't know why. I saw a video of a man doing it. He just told people, guys, if
Like you're sucking your thumb?
no, just blowing it so hard, like.
Okay.
So in a way, it kind of makes you feel more calmer before going into the audience, before delivering a speech. So having those small practices, or at least something where you can focus on instead of like, oh no, I might say it wrong. I might, am I wearing something bad? So like distracting yourself in a good way. So in your case, you're making sure your attention is only on the teleprompter, right? So not only like, will this video will be good? Will this video be bad? Am I wearing a good shirt? But just focusing on one thing, which is teleprompter, which is what you have seen so far in his videos. Why he was able to deliver such smooth videos, right?
Yeah.
That's good. That's
And
good.
I would say that probably took, after buying the teleprompter, probably took about to my 10th video. And then
Video.
yeah. And then I wasn't using a Rode microphone like this one. So I was just using the microphones that are on the cameras. So
This ones have microphones, right?
these cameras have microphones, all three of them, and they're all identical cameras.
Yeah.
But the microphones on those do not sound as good as this.
Yep.
Then after getting microphones on those do not sound as good as this.
Yep.
Then after getting here to the Philippines, and when you go outside to shoot, there's a lot of noise. Okay, the Philippines has a soundtrack,
Yeah.
basically.
So
So I started using Adobe Podcast because what that does is it eliminates all of the other noise and it keeps the loudest noise, which is my voice.
yeah.
And that's what I'll do with this video too.
This
So
is the current setup we're doing. Okay.
yeah.
Now my next question is, we're gonna go a bit deep here. Okay. Was there a moment where you felt frustrated or thought it wasn't going to work out?
Yeah. Ooh. For the longest time when I was on this channel here, and it took 22 months, I kept buying promotions and I kept making videos, and it was just like a never say die attitude. And then
Never say die attitude. Okay.
yeah,
Never give up.
I just did not give up. And I'm proud of the fact that now things are going quite a bit better on the second channel. Well, when I was on this channel, I made a video. It was just like a short where I just grabbed my cell phone, and I was frustrated at the money that I was making, because I spent in YouTube promotions and equipment probably around $20,000 US. So that was
This?
the lighting, this, a laptop computer, another tripod and teleprompter over there. Plus I've got 2 more that are packed away. And then the YouTube promotions too were, so about half of it was to the YouTube promotions.
Ooh.
So
Which could have been invested into more better equipment.
well, yeah, 2020 hindsight. So I made a video where I kind of did a meltdown.
Really?
Yeah, and then of course the bashers. There's one over in Dumageddon that rather than reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, look, you made these mistakes. Let me help you," he didn't do that.
What did
He just disrespected me. Said that he had no sympathy for me. And when you sink $20,000 into, you're serious about it.
You're doing your best.
And you have good intentions, and then to be treated like that. So
So basically,
I don't-
during in that video, you were like ranting about like how much you spend.
yeah,
everything.
I was profane. I used some cuss words.
Like, why is it not working? I spend this amount of money doing this, paid this,
Talking
that.
about how pissed off I am. And
So were the people mad that you spent it in the wrong things?
no, they just he's the kind of YouTuber where if he sees somebody that is showing some weakness, then he's going to use that.
Okay.
Where he made his own video, and he used it for his own gain.
Like, oh, this dude is that and that. Obviously, he makes fun of you. He makes fun of you with that one video.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he kind of ragged on some other YouTubers too on that video.
Okay, that at least we know his pattern. That's his content right there.
And then there's another YouTuber that is in that same area. And I'm not going to say what the gender is or where this content creator is from, but when this YouTuber had fewer than 1,000 subscribers, there was an American YouTuber that helped the YouTuber that I'm talking about. Did a collaboration live stream using StreamYard, I believe. And the American, had helped this other YouTuber, and now that YouTuber has gotten way bigger than he is, has hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
So were you there during the time when that one YouTuber was still at 1,000
No,
account?
I had bought all my equipment, but I hadn't started yet. Okay. So now that YouTuber is making, from what I've heard through a YouTuber friend here in Cebu, knows somebody that knows the YouTuber that I'm talking about that got helped, is making over 1 million pesos a month from ad revenue. And that YouTuber will not help the new YouTubers that won't do collaborations with them, won't help them, is very ungrateful. And of course, if you and I and this channel gets big, that is not the direction that we're going to go.
Well, you did mention your studio is a way for small YouTubers to create their content.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, stay tuned for that studio, guys.
And we're going to be, yeah, it's going to be we're going to go into this with a very giving, not looking at other YouTubers like their competition. We're all one big happy family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. Well, we're just making, a way to use this platform as a way to earn, right? To make a living out of it. And a lot of people have sacrificed their jobs for this. A lot of people have sacrificed their time for this. So might as well help those people out. And while we're in this kind of topic, I want to sidetrack a bit on like the value of Filipinos. Like the rate, the Filipino rate, the like Filipinos create the same quality as American does, let's say in videos, I would say, but we're paid differently, So it'll be amazing that for this channel or for this studio is to encourage Filipinos that your value is not based on how much you get paid.
Well, that depends, because it's all about demographics. If most of your audience, like the one that I was talking about, that I was telling you is ungrateful, that content creators, most of the audience is in the U.S. And so the ads that they're watching pay better than if the said content creator, I don't want to say the gender, most of the audience would be here in the Philippines because they have less, the Filipino people have less money to spend. So the ad revenue, like for every 1,000 views is going to be less.
So a way for the studio is to help small content creators to be able to penetrate higher demographics to earn more.
And we need to try to cater to Americans,
international audience.
Canadians, well, and from more developed countries.
Because Filipinos bring a lot of value.
England would be another one.
That too. Filipinos bring a lot of things into the table. We have a lot of technical skills, but there's a thing called crab mentality. Have you heard of that?
I've heard that terminology. What does that mean?
When when a crab goes up higher, other crabs will pull that crab down. So in a way, in the Philippines, if one becomes successful, at least they're gaining traction or fame or money or success, people around them, even sometimes their relatives, starts to pull them down. Like maybe it could be through words, maybe it could speaking ill towards a person. So that kind of mentality, instead of,
because they're jealous.
Yeah,
they don't want to see somebody that they were once equal to starting to really make it.
Yeah, and now like what you said, that the behavior that Westerners have is really pushing people even like better than them. As a matter of fact, I've heard of like stories where they feel so proud of people outranking them, or coaches. Like coaches say like, this person became a champion and I'm proud of that. Those kind of stories that the Western culture were pushing each other to become better. It's kind of not common here in the Philippines unless the one pushing gets something value out of the one that we're pushing,
So it's transactional.
Transactional.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help you out if you're going to make me rich. That kind of thing. So that's kind of sad to see here in the culture in the Philippines. But I do hope that we could build a culture where we push each other up without any ties or any contracts or any transactions, just for the sake of helping them. We need more of that nowadays.
Well, and as both being two men of faith, we know that life is just too short to be dog eat dog and trying to screw over other people, or trying to put them down to make ourselves feel better. That is not what our Heavenly Father wants from us. So
that's exactly it. You just have to help people. Now I'm gonna go back to the main topic. Now is this one. When did you first hear about boosting or paid growth? Because this is why this channel was able to reach this amount of number, right? Boosting and paid growth. Who introduced you to that? What got you there?
You mean the YouTube promotions?
Yeah, we use YouTube promotions.
So I was in my YouTube studio and I was just kind of navigating around, and I was in the part of the studio where it shows the content, and there was a tab said YouTube promotion, and so I clicked on that and just followed the prompts.
So what did
Took all of 2 minutes, and I promoted a video.
So what did YouTube promise you to get? What was the YouTube promise?
The promise was to gain a lot of subscribers. Now, looking back on it now, I've heard that from my research that YouTube doesn't have fake accounts set up. And if they did, just to take your money, just so they can, boost up your subscribers so that you think that, boost up your subscribers so that you think that you're getting somewhere. I don't think that they can do that. And if they got caught doing that, they get into a lot of trouble with like the Federal Trade Commission in the US and stuff like that.
Basically, but using bots.
But yeah, they call that a bot. But the kind of subscribers that I was getting, they were probably legitimate accounts, but they were just not. I don't know. Maybe they're paid to subscribe, and they're in a country like India or in one of the African countries that's even less developed than here. So they just, they're paid to click on a video and subscribe, but they're not really interested in my content and my niche.
They're like paid to subscribe. In a way, like hiring third-party services. This could not be true, but probably they could use method.
And the videos that I promoted, some of them 30,000-40,000 views, and then the other ones that I didn't promote in between the promoted videos, I'd promote a video and then I'd put out like 2 or 3 videos that were not promoted because I didn't have the money, and then the next video that I made, then I promoted. Well, the promoted videos would get, 30, 40, 50,000 views, and then the non-promoted ones would get 200 or 300. So you would think that, okay, if YouTube is really pushing the Philippine-related content out to people that are really interested in that kind of content, then they would subscribe, they'd watch the promoted video, and then they would come back and watch the non-promoted videos too. And it would be more evenly balanced between, as far as views, between the promoted videos and the non-promoted ones.
So basically drawing traffic to your channel so that other unpromoted videos will also get the same traction. But
that didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oof. So but do you think this could work? Like the question is, what made you think this could work for your channel? What was that?
I just kept thinking that, well, I'm going to make up for it in volume. I'm going to get all of these subscribers through the promotion, and then eventually things are going to turn around. And it never did.
It never did.
And I kept doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. So I was a YouTube content creator and temporarily insane.
An insane content creator. Okay. I mean, so someone would say that, oh, you just need better content, you just need better this and that. But you did mention that you are getting a lot of views, you're getting a lot of subscribers, but it took you 22 months to get monetized.
Yeah.
So why is that? So what got you monetized in the first place for your first channel? Is it because you're promoting?
I don't know if it had anything to do with the promotion or not. That probably hurt more than anything. I just kept uploading. I kept creating content.
So in other words, you got monetized not by promotion.
I don't think it really helped. I think that, I don't know for sure, because the only way that I could tell is to go back in time, not promote anything, and then just try to do organic growth and see if it would monetize quicker. And it probably would have.
Yeah, like you just said, the organic one, which is your second account, it got monetized by like around 2.5 months compared to
two and a half months.
2.5 months. And now the first one, 22 months, despite the promotion. So all those views and subscribers didn't really quite contribute much to making your channel monetize.
Right.
It was more of your consistency in posting. So, but it ended up damaging in the long run. Really? Okay. That's quite sad.
So there's your first technical thing is don't promote videos. Work on SEO optimization, and you're going to help people with that.
Yeah.
SEO optimization and keywords.
Most importantly, I think it's the content. How you deliver the content, because a lot of people start off with not the best thumbnails, not the best titles, but people randomly click it and they find so much gold in the video, like the content, like it's well prepared, well researched. They're gonna start liking it, subscribing to the chat, for subscribing to the channel, and then commenting, and that will push your video into the algorithm more, even though you may spend so much time on the thumbnail and the SEOs. So those two are like I said, are ways to draw people to click. But what makes your video more likely to be shown to people is the value that you bring in it. So that's a thing about. That's how we and Mike met. Actually, it was a random day. I just got off. The seminar I was joining, or not seminar, a training in church. I attended, and then I went out of it, and then I met Mike, just chilling in the lounge, and he just straight up showed his YouTube channel, and I told him, "Wow, that's amazing." And then he asked me a simple question: "Do you do SEOs, or do you know how to do SEOs?" Which I happen to have a knowledge about, since I'm a consumer of content. So that's why me and Mike were able to build a relationship on that, building or creating a way for your second channel to find, to build more traction. But eventually, I was able to make a lot of thumbnails for Mike, and which were considerably, standard level, or at least appealing to some people. But the problem all comes back to the content, right? That's what we need to build, to really make good content.
Yeah.
And that's the direction of this channel, Summit TV, and of course your channel too as well. So we can take back what was lost. Take back what was lost. So speaking of taking back what was lost, Mike, we're gonna go back to what you already mentioned earlier. How much did you invest to YouTube promotion, and what results did you notice?
I think I ended up adding it up, and it's embarrassing to say, but it was around $10,000 US, which is about
570,000 pesos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's even a lot to most Americans if they want to start a channel. And I really do think that my videos, even on, early on, 4 or 5, 6 months in, were actually pretty good, because I was using a microphone, and like a cordless one, like this one here. I hadn't done the Adobe Podcast yet, but I was videotaping in an area where there wasn't a whole lot of. It was in my apartment in the U.S. in my condo, and there wasn't any noise around. So my videos back then were good, and when I compared them to other people that were in my niche, and I could find videos that I thought were about the same as mine as far as the information, my speaking, and just that was the same quality video. And I'm looking at their channel, and they're consistently getting 250, 300,000 views, and their subscribers are shooting up, but they're
The content is like quite similar to yours.
yes.
Hmm.
So that's really disheartening, maddening.
Maddening.
Yeah.
That's why you started paying YouTube to somehow
Yeah.
match with that level in a
Yes.
way. But what did you learn about how YouTube really works? In a hard way.
It's the algorithm. It's trying to make videos that are going to appeal to a lot of people and that they're going to find value.
Hmm.
I'd like to see us make videos that are a little bit more lighthearted and just kind of silly. That's what we need, younger people.
Yeah, this is the setup, the first initial setup of our studio. This is if we're doing it at Mike's apartment, then this is a very
I can tell by looking at this image right here
yeah
on this that half of the we
half of his background.
seeing boxes, just all kinds of junk, so it's not going to stay like this. We're going to
A way bigger apartment where a lot of people can fit.
or a commercial studio in a retail area.
Ooh,
We're thinking about the IT park.
a retail area.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Have you heard of like a white cycloma?
I don't know.
White cycloma. I'm gonna pull it up here. White cycloma is a background a lot of content creators use to make a simple background look premium, and it looks like this. This is what a white cycloma looks like. See?
Okay.
And there many people can fit, many people can have their silly things can happen in a white cycloma.
Is that like a masking type thing?
Not only masking. Yeah, masking could also be useful in this kind of background, but maybe a discussion, a podcast, having that kind of like a premium vibe. Okay, right now we have like a galaxy background. So the galaxy, it looks like a galaxy background, and a green screen too. But the white cycloma, like this one, I'll show it in the camera. This is what a white cycloma looks like. This is what it could be a good touch for the studio. And this is really create some sort of like
And you know how to do that.
well, we have people who can do this.
Oh, okay.
Well, creative people can do
We're going to be hiring people.
Well, it is a business, Mike.
It
It is a business. Business works because of great people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about businesses. And because in creative works, let's use a lot of people than AI now, because AI has not been like people think, oh, we can start a business with AI. You don't need people. What do you think of that?
Well, as it pertains to YouTube, I know there's a lot of channels that are getting shut down
Really?
because of AI.
Ooh, it's good news though.
Yeah.
It's a good news. Okay. Okay.
So I don't know. We need to tread really carefully in that area.
yeah, that's useful.
But if you're putting in a background and then we're talking and it's original content, I guess the AI thing is where people are mass producing. That's what YouTube doesn't like.
Yeah, it's quite noticeable too. Now, this is our fifth question before the last one.
Okay.
What's the single most important lesson you learned from this, well, unexpected experience with the promotions thing, the boosting thing? So what's the single most important lesson you've learned? And what should beginners avoid? What mistakes should beginners
Organic growth. Allow your channel to grow organically. There's nothing wrong with advertising, but it better be money well spent. If like, let's say that your content is where you're talking about like what is the best sporting equipment to buy, like for like basketballs and different, like a soccer ball and stuff like that, or the basketball hoop. And your content is what's the best equipment to buy. And then if you're advertising your channel on a website that where people are going to be interested in your content, then it's going to be worth it. The way I went about it, and of course, I didn't know any better. So,
organic?
yeah, organic growth.
And so far in your new channel, how's it been doing? Did it earn more compared to
Right now, the income is
you don't have to mention the income, but the question is, did you earn more
yes,
in your second
it's
channel?
because of that one video that did really well. And it's then now it's dipped down to because that video is not growing as much as it was. Now the income has dipped down to the level of income that my first channel that had got up to over 300,000 subscribers because of the promotion. That one never made more than
Your second channel.
than my second channel. My second channel's earning the same amount of money, but the second channel I didn't have to do any promotions.
But still earn more.
Yeah,
You see?
it's about the same.
It's about the same.
But the channel where I did all the promotions never earned more. That was always
you basically spend more.
consistently bad.
Consistently bad. So basically you spend more than you earned more in your first channel.
Way more.
Way more.
Yeah.
And your second channel, you started organically. You didn't pay anything. You just spent time and your equipment, and it managed to be able to surpass what you've earned in your first channel.
Yeah. So I won't delve into what I was earning on this channel that we're resurrecting or the other channel that grew organically. But what I will say is that minimum wage is about 14,000 pesos a month.
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
I guess. around that.
Depending on the region, which is about $200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even making that. So, but that's okay. I mean, there's been a lot of learning experiences, and Ken we're going to turn things around.
Yep. A 22-year-old trying to do content and helping people who do content, who has the equipment to make content.
A 22-year-old who is rescuing a 64-year-old.
Well, I'll do the best I can because I love to make content, and I don't have the equipment yet because I'm still working, I'm still in college. So through Mike's partnership and it could use what he has and help what he does, and also help this channel to 300,000 subscribers. Hopefully this could still be revived. So that's my project. So I'm gonna be that guy. You're gonna see a lot in Summit TV. So if you're in Mike's channel right now, you're in retired truck driver in the Philippines, go subscribe to Summit TV. I know it has a lot of subscribers, but I'm thinking of it like we're starting from scratch all over again. you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And what I'll do in this video is I'll put a link to the other channel in the description.
Yes, please. Now, last final question for you, Mike. This one. Oh,
Oh, wait.
they're running out of battery already. But one last question. What's your vision for the studio you want to build?
Well, it's all about different revenue streams. I've never really discussed this on a video until now. I've told you about it. But if we're uploading, say, 3 videos a week, and in the studio it takes no more than an hour to shoot a video, well, that's 3 hours a week. So the rest of the time, the studio is going to be collecting dust, as they say in America. It's just not going to be getting used. We're going to keep it clean. So, but collecting dust is just an expression that they say in America. Maybe they say it here too. But it's also going to double as a high-end portrait studio. So that it's going to be multi-purpose. So that's my vision. I also have, and then of course we're going to hire a photographer, maybe even more than one location. Who knows? We will be able, we'll be able to rent out the studio to to other YouTubers and not charge a lot, just to help them out. Rent out the studio to YouTubers that have their own equipment, but they don't have a studio and they want to use a studio. And I don't think there's going to be that much of a market for that, but where there will be a larger market is for photographers that are doing still shots that want a studio and they don't have their own studio. So they're freelance. You come in, they bring their own equipment, and they have all of the backdrops, and we've got all of the lighting and all of the professionalism for them.
Yep.
And they come in and they do their photo shoot, and I don't know what the going rate would be, but we would also be doing a lot of field work. If there's a wedding happening, we can send videographers out to film the wedding and also do still shots.
Yeah.
So
we could just like a place for people to rent equipment and stuff that they could use for their projects.
So in the midst of a lot of failure that I've experienced, I'm rising up out of the ashes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's a goal, Mike.
We're going to kick this thing into high gear, and we're going to go right up to the stratosphere with this, aren't we, Ken?
You well answered. That's a good answer to the question. So yeah, those people who like to make content, stay tuned for the studio, maybe this year or next year, but that's really the goal.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else to say to your subscribers?
No, just make sure that you subscribe to this channel, click or tap the bell notification, share the video with other people, because this is going to be a killer channel.
A killer channel.
Killer.
Yep. Well, yeah, a big project for me, reviving a dead channel. So it's monetized though. So that's a thing. So let's see what we can do, how much value we can bring to people. And the goal really is to help those people who like to make content themselves.
Yeah. If you're going to go into and become a YouTuber, go into it with the attitude that you want to give more than you get. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
what he said.
God bless. Peace out.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye.